Oh, guys.
Welcome back to the Nest.
Hello, Wingmen podcast fans.
Our one fan, you know who you are.
You know. Although we do average more than 5 viewers an episode.
But to our one fan, you know who you are. We love you so much.
We respect you for everything.
Amen. And
Actually, we lose respect because you watch this.
that's true.
But
We appreciate your craft.
of what?
Crochet.
Oh.
Exactly.
Do with anything.
Huh?
Sorry.
Anyway.
How do we know that? Oh. Okay.
We recorded about 16 minutes of this episode before we decided to scrap it because it was dog shit.
Very
so
true.
Now we're restarting.
I hope I don't look like a whale, but it's whatever.
So, this is episode 2.5. I'm eating, so someone else explain why. Thank you.
Well, it's only us three today. The original three wingmen: Spencer, Jonathan, and Aaron.
They don't know that.
What do you mean they don't know that?
Did you have to DDoS me?
We said your name
Kidding.
multiple times.
I know. Continue.
Matt's not here. He's at a Jew camp
Function,
or something.
yeah.
Ty
is
just said camp
doing whatever
when
the
I
fuck
texted
or wherever
him,
the fuck.
So I don't know where he is. And yeah, so it's only 2.5 because we figured we need more than 3 people for it to be a full episode, you know? So that's
There was
why.
also 2 other things. Like, one, if you watched the last episode, which you should do if you haven't already.
Last episode was the best episode we filmed.
I agree with that. Out of the 2 we filmed, it was the better one.
Part 2 episodes,
It definitely was the better one. The content was
agree.
better. The members were better.
But I agreed.
All right.
But we kind of left it off on a
Kidding, I got
cliffhanger. We were talking about
It's a big ass marshmallow.
We were talking about the
And it's
creation
brown. Sorry.
We were talking about the creation of the
Just like
Wingmen, and we actually got cut off early just due to Aaron's dad coming to pick him up.
Yeah, if you do recall, Jonathan's dad did say, Aaron, your dad's here. That's how we ended the last episode.
Unfortunately. So, yeah. We're going to leave the rest of that story for when Matt's here next, which hopefully is going to be episode 3. This is 2.5, so technically episode 4, but we're not going to make it that convoluted.
We're not going to keep it easy.
We're going to keep you on your toes.
Yeah. Tune in for episode 3
The
whenever.
war is not going to be a cakewalk to follow. I'll just leave it at that.
Also,
The second reason why this is episode 2.5, I'm sorry, is that we don't really have much to talk about. That's why we scrapped the original 16-minute thing. We were just
We
rambling.
Earlier today, we were watching Queso do like Would You Rather.
I don't want to admit that.
Alright, well, we wanted to do
Cut.
Would You Rathers, and that's what we recorded before, but they were all terrible. We couldn't get any good ones, so we just scrapped that, and here we are.
Yeah.
when we get a big following, we'll get some. Because they'll just give it to us. But,
Oh yeah.
Love a Discord.
Imagine. I don't want a Discord. That just
That
sounds.
would be so bad.
Oh god. Discord mods.
Oh my god.
Oh, we should talk about who would be the biggest Discord mods in our school.
Hi.
hi.
Are we even questioning that?
I mean, do you think he knows how to use Discord?
Okay.
Okay, I'm
Oh
sorry.
my. No,
I don't know if you can
well,
see this.
well,
There is
cut that now.
bubble soap everywhere.
Aaron just DDoS someone, so
Oh.
we'll cut that out.
Cut.
Yeah, there's Chase or Max. I'm pretty sure Max.
No!
I think he is a Discord mod.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
That's fine.
You're burning it off. Also,
Okay, let's put it back in the fire.
he wears a Wu-Tang Clan shirt all the time.
Who does?
Chase.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You think he knows the Wu-Tang Clan?
I had no idea. Anyway, why don't we give a little more context on this episode? You may or may not hear some screaming. That has nothing to do with us. There are just some very noisy neighbors who are screaming very loudly, and we don't know why.
Or how?
What's their faces? Duh.
Okay, alright. This guy's hilarious. We got a comedian on our hands.
You know, I did the same thing last episode and I was making fun for it.
Yeah, well, it's a shame.
It is.
Scream like a little girl. Yeah.
You just did.
That wasn't a little girl scream. I'll fully admit my wrongs there. Alright.
Today is June 1st.
Partly cloudy skies.
It's actually dark out.
Well, it was partly cloudy skies.
No, it was not.
You know what we can talk about? So, for context, we're going to be saying that a lot this whole series. We only have 4 days left in our junior year.
Mm-hmm.
So, what did you guys think of your junior year?
You know,
Was it a W? Was it a no?
you know,
Was it
you know,
in between?
in the words of the Costco guys, it was
Costco.
Costco. It was definitely a boom. Now I'll tell you why. It wasn't a doom. It was a boom. I'll tell you why. I made so many friends along the way, and I did. I made so many friends.
Name one person you were friends with this year who you weren't with.
Andrew,
Apparently he's so tight with that.
you're an idiot.
Did I say graph?
Yeah, you did.
And you just did it again.
Cut.
Yeah. So,
Andrew.
Yeah, I'm making a diss track on him actually. I got some features. I got Nick. Big body Nick.
Is it BDN? Big Nick Dick?
Yes, potentially. I'm not sure. And I got James.
Just say the.
I'll bleep.
We only know one James. Or at least I only know one James.
Yeah, I got him. Then I got Ben.
I'll tell you later.
And Giroux.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I
I
got
haven't spoken to that kid in so
I got the whole gang on this diss track. I still haven't
Why?
made it yet. I don't know, because
Is
they all hate Andrew apparently. All they want to make a diss track.
Is this for like a class?
No.
You're just idiots?
Yeah.
Cool.
He started making one on me, and then he's getting like Joe S. Right? He's my mole.
Oh.
He's my mole. He keeps telling Andrew everything. He's going full Kendrick Lamar on me.
I didn't know there was so much lore, Aaron.
There's not that much lore. That's pretty much it. Also, check it out. That diss track may be on a future album.
Fireside Chats.
We don't know when the album will be created, but it will be created, in May 2024, maybe 20.
Oh, it
That's-
is not May
2025, potentially 26,
May 2000 something.
maybe 3000. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe 3,000.
The legacy of the Wingmen is going to last us that long.
Yeah, my great grandchildren.
No, imagine we just be like technology that makes us live forever. And
I deadass wouldn't want that.
neither do I. No,
It depends. Does everybody get that?
I would want immortality if I had a kill switch.
That's crazy.
A kill switch?
Well, I feel like there's
you can
well,
kill anybody you want.
No. I could die when I want to.
Does immortality mean like you just can't die, or does it mean you can't die of like natural causes?
You can't die.
You can't die at all.
Well,
I
I think there's different meanings.
It depends. If everybody that I love has immortality as well, maybe. But if they don't, I don't want to witness everybody that I love die before me.
Yeah,
They don't have nothing. You know what I mean?
I agree. I also just don't want to live that long. I get I'd get tired of living.
Well, exactly. That's why I want a kill switch.
Yeah.
Like I'll be immortal until I don't want to be immortal anymore.
Very true. Very true.
I'd be immortal if I could, which I wouldn't want to, but in a hypothetical, if I could like lose that human aspect of myself.
Interesting.
You know?
What would you be?
I don't know, like a god. I don't know.
All right. So just in, he's
God complex.
yeah, he's got a god complex.
No.
He's like Kanye West.
All right, genuine
I
question
think
now.
anyone would be a god if they were given the option.
No,
I would.
I'm actually trying to find Christ. Now you might. No, I'm being dead ass. I'm being dead ass. I told my cousin who does Bible studies. I'm like, dude, I want to find Christ because I don't aspire with the Judaism religion, and you know, I'm half Catholic, so I think I'm actually gonna find Christ. Any thoughts?
I think you're bullshit. That's what I think.
I
don't believe that for a second.
I think that
I'm
is
not. I'm not.
not gonna last.
That was the first time that statement ever left the vault.
All right, I have a genuine question,
Yeah.
and this is a bit of a deep one.
All right. I'm always here for the
the
You know what I could do?
Oh,
Sorry, quick timeout. I'm in a class called leadership, and every Friday we do this thing called
Half the
process.
kids in
have
that
any
class are not
Fridays.
leaders.
That's true. Well, I'm also taking it next year, so
marshmallow on my leg?
no, my bad. Anyway, we do this thing called processing, where we go around the class, ask like questions,
Was that a message?
and I don't know. Sometimes like deep questions and stuff. So maybe I could go ask my teacher for those questions. I think that'd be kind of neat.
Yeah. Why don't you ask about the immortality question?
Well, okay. Backtrack. Now the question I was going to ask is, are you guys afraid of death and dying alone? Those are two separate questions.
Afraid? Okay, I'll answer one at a time.
Death first.
Death? I am not afraid of death. So
I'm not afraid. Yeah.
If you're afraid of death, then you got the wrong priorities.
I'm afraid of dying young. I don't want that.
Yeah, as am I.
I want to live like a full life.
I think 80, 85. I don't want to live to 90 because 90 is like basic functions stop working. Some people are very fortunate when they're 90. Mm-hmm. Some aren't. Like my great grandmother died at 105, and she was just barely living. Like she was barely living for the last decade of her life. Like she was pushed around. She had full care all day.
Shame.
Yeah, like at that point, like what's to live for? You're just there. Yeah. She couldn't eat. She had soup all the time.
We also have to like think about technology is going to change so drastically.
Yeah.
Like
scientists say that the first person to live to 150 is already born.
Yeah, I mean they are. It's not even a question. They are. Like,
hope it's me, chat.
Yeah.
Actually, I just said that I didn't want to.
You don't want that.
Like the past 30 years of medical shit has just been like insane. Like we have made more medical.
Oh, there's the ringing again. We're not really sure what that is either.
Okay.
It could be Herobrine.
Herobrine? He escapes Minecraft?
I'm sorry, I just got totally sidetracked. Oh, like the medical innovations that we've had in the past 30 years have been greater than almost I'm not going to compare it to the rest of history, but it's been so much greater than in any other span of time throughout history.
Well, that's because technology advances exponentially.
Yeah.
Like, it took us, so long over 1 million years to, be able to fly, and then within 60 years of making planes, we were on the moon.
Sure. That's a good point.
Now, what's the second question you asked? Are you afraid of dying alone?
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah, I'm afraid of dying alone.
So I saw... I don't remember if it was a reel. I think it might have been an Instagram reel.
Wait, what do you mean like dying alone though?
Well,
no loved ones?
Let me tell my story, yeah.
Okay.
So it was essentially, it was from the perspective, it was on Reddit, yay.
You have Reddit?
34, no, it was an Instagram reel.
Am I the asshole?
Am I the asshole?
34 bad.
So no, it was some guy that was like a cop or a firefighter or something like that. And they just learned of someone in the workforce dying or something like that. And he lived to a very old age. Obviously, he had no siblings. His children, both of their children died young, which was, obviously horrendous.
Yeah. I would never want my kids to die before me. That's terrible. I could not imagine that.
His wife died a year before the story took place, and then his best friend died a few weeks earlier. And this old man who had no one left wanted to die because, he died of natural causes, not suicide. But
so you say.
Well, what the reel says. So he was, obviously so lonely, right? Because you build your life up with all these people surrounding you, and then they're just gone like that, and then it's like you're living a new life that has no meaning, right. And obviously when you get to that age of say he's 96, how do you make friends?
You don't.
Exactly.
Unless you live in a senior care facility.
But
it's even tough then because then everybody's so senile.
Yeah. On the off chance that you aren't senile, everyone else is. And it's just hard to build that connection. I feel like you'd almost forget how to make friends. People in our generation think it's so hard to make friends now, but
it's not hard to make friends at all.
It's really not that bad.
You just gotta open yourself up,
Yeah. And people say that on the internet. You'll always hear all these articles or see them on the internet. It's Gen Z, they're so lonely that no one has any friends. But if you go outside and go actually talk to Gen Z, that's not really the case.
What is the case? What is the case is the brain rot, which is horrendous. But
that's mostly Gen Alpha.
We are Gen Z, aren't we? Never mind.
Z, yeah.
You cannot hold the conversation with the Gen Alpha.
You can't.
No, not at all. But yeah. Anyway. So, are we afraid of dying alone, and why?
Yes, I'll tell you why. Because I got nothing. But I'm just.
Well, I think you put it pretty succinctly.
That's your phone. I can't think that was your phone. That's. Sorry. I thought the phone that we're recording from was yours. I don't know why.
Yeah, we
I thought that.
filmed from the worst phone, the iPhone 11. That's
Yeah, I have a 13 Pro. I don't know why we're not.
I think I have like a 12.
yeah, so all better than mine.
But yeah, like the only thing I have to like at that point, what do you have to live for? Like unless you are like rich and you're greedy like that. Like, but I feel like at that point, most people are wise enough
The last thing
to
that
reject most material possessions.
iPhone 12.
the last thing that I want to see on this earth is someone that I love. Not
I
Very
agree.
poetic.
not nothing.
See, me personally, I don't think I'm afraid of dying alone, depending on the way I lived. Because I almost feel like dying alone would be almost poetic.
Well, I'm 100% gonna be a family man, so I'm gonna die.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I agree with you there. But also, you can't really tell how your life's going to go. But I think that it'd be almost poetic to, like, just be, at last, you're alone with your thoughts. Just you. Obviously, you know, me, myself, and I, we've been on this whole journey
True.
this entire time. I've obviously have seen my own struggles, hardships, rises and falls. So I think it'd be really poetic to just like end off when it's just you, you know? No one else is like to interfere with your moment.
I can see that. As long as it didn't happen like too long after I've lost everyone.
Yeah. But not even like
Oh,
just
right.
losing anyone. I mean, you just die alone. Like your kids could still be there. You're just dead. You know? Like you get thrown to a forest 5 miles away from your home.
Okay.
Make it.
Well, honestly, if I had like spoilers for Red Dead Redemption 2, but if I had like an Arthur Morgan death, like just staring off into the sunset, that would be nice.
Arthur Morgan is. I aspire to be like him every day. Is my ass in the camera?
It is in camera.
Yes, it is indeed. Okay.
You're
And that's going on the YouTube short.
some lucky viewers you are. You just make a short of just that.
Stuff.
To our loyal viewer, you know who you are. I'm sorry you had to see that. Do you want chocolate too?
I would love
I don't think this individual is at
Do we have
all
chocolate?
surprised that you did that.
And I honestly don't think that this individual is. I don't think it's the first time that they've seen that.
Oh man,
honestly.
right on my dick.
I'm so sorry. It's a shame. But yeah, I'm really not that afraid of dying alone. If I was going,
I'd rather not die alone.
I feel like it's too early for me to say that.
Okay,
What I'd rather do.
I don't.
You're getting a ton of Nick's notifications.
Good.
I wouldn't
Yankees
have a
again.
problem with dying alone. I don't want to die lonely.
True.
Good. Yeah, I don't want to live lonely either. I mean, period.
Exactly.
Period. Stop. You know.
What would happen if you like? What happens if you're married, right, and your wife dies from giving birth? What do you do?
Oh my god.
If-
That'd be
okay.
terrible.
Do you remarry
Sorry.
ever?
Hold on. Actually, I have a question
I don't know if I
related to
would.
that. So let's say your wife is in labor, right? And the doctors come to you
And
and
the
they
dark
say,
side calls to you.
there's been complications.
You could save them both if you join the dark
No,
side.
we can either save your wife or the baby, but you have to.
Okay,
choose.
I'm just saying, let's stick away from abortion.
Wait, I
nothing
did
to
not.
I know. I'm just saying we're
not.
stepping on. Yeah.
That has nothing to do with abortion
nothing
until
to
you
do with
brought it up.
abortion.
Okay, so if I have to say,
No, I said your wife is already in labor. She's in the process of giving birth.
and I have
But
to choose
you
between
have
my
to
wife.
choose between your wife and the baby.
I leave that
What do you
decision up to
choose?
my
Can
wife.
can I have another kid? That's a good thing.
I leave it up to my wife.
I like that idea.
If she wants to,
Let's say your wife is unconscious and they can't get her consent.
Then I'm saving my wife.
I'm saving my wife.
I'm
as
saving my
well.
wife.
yeah, me too.
I can adopt. We can try
again.
again. I mean, it'd be a shame. It'd be a shame.
There's no way you panic. That is lightly toasted.
It'd be a shame to see that sack of cells go, but my wife. I'm sorry. And besides, that'd be a disservice to the child anyway.
Yeah.
Growing up without a mother,
Yeah.
and who knows what that'd do to me. Honestly, I mean, I think I'd be fucking goated, so I'm not that worried about it. But imagine a kid without a mother, and someone who's less goated than I am being an abusive father.
What?
Are you saying you're gonna be an abusive father?
No, I'm not. No, I'm no. I'm saying
I have a
someone
question.
who isn't as awesome as me
You have a
would
plate?
become an abusive father.
You have a
Yes,
plate?
it's covered in bubble soap. Do you know why that is, Aaron?
No.
Aha. Okay. I think I'm looking at him right now. The reason.
I enjoy the bubbles.
They were there. They were just there. Yeah. But yeah, no, I'd absolutely save the wife. Like,
Yeah.
Because the way I see it, I've already established my relationship with the wife. I don't know this kid. The only relationship I have is that
I made him.
Exactly. But like you said, we can always try again. We can always adopt. Like,
Yo, I'm sorry. A good marshmallow is so good.
Dude, you lightly toast yours. Make it brown.
No, man.
black. You have to make it black.
Yeah, black. Do it again. Do the eyebrow thing.
I'm looking up more questions.
More deep questions.
Yeah. But I mean, that would of course be a shame. But what are your opinions on adoption? Would you want to adopt?
No. Unless I have to.
Preferably no.
Yeah.
I want kids, but like, okay. If obviously my wife has problems, right? Then yeah, but wouldn't be my choice.
So.
Yeah, I would.
No, I mean, I'm talking even if you had, like, you could have biological children and adopt. Would you? No.
I would. I don't have a problem. I want to pass on my genes. Like, I guess it's like the lizard brain in me, but like I want to do that.
I don't know. For me,
If I had to, I would.
I definitely want. I want a son. I want a son and a daughter.
Yeah, that's true. I want a son and a daughter.
At least one of both.
Yeah, me too.
So you get the full experience.
If you have 3 kids, what's the breakdown? 3.
I don't want 3 kids.
Yeah, hypothetically, if you had 3 kids, what's the preferred breakdown?
Good question. Well, obviously male, female.
I think. Hear me out. 2 girls and 1 boy.
Actually, I was gonna say.
Yeah, honestly, I kinda-
oldest girl, middle boy, youngest girl.
Nah, I want oldest son.
Oldest son, because
so.
the son will protect the girls.
Oh yeah.
But
Actually, yeah.
also, it's tough for a girl to grow up without having another girl. That's why I think 2 girls would be preferred.
Okay, I'm a twin. I don't think I'd want twins.
No.
That's just what I mean, yeah.
Especially if it's your first.
Yeah.
Like your parents. That must.
Yeah, my poor parents.
Like it's tough to adjust having 1, but 2. That's terrible.
Yeah.
You know, I was actually more of a problem child.
I could say
Really?
Yeah. Who do you think it is now?
Sean.
100%.
Is that even a question?
No. I mean,
He doesn't seem like a problem child though.
him?
Yeah. He seems like an idiot.
Well, that's what he is now.
Yeah.
Well, so me, honestly, my parents' biggest complaint is that my room is messy. And,
Same.
Right? My room is messy,
Sorry,
and maybe they have to remind me to do chores or something. But I'm not that bad. My brother, though, fucking wastes hundreds of dollars just on dumb shit. Like,
Jump scare.
like,
Because the boogeyman was out.
let me get the new MLB game. Let me pre-order it 6 months early for $120.
Did he really spend $120?
Something like that every single year. Dude, it's insane. Granted, I spend a lot of money on video games, but $120 for the same game you bought the past 5 years in a row?
Yeah, that brings me to my next point.
Well,
it's not really
I'm
a
still
point.
ranting.
I'm not buying that game anymore. I
Good.
can't.
Hey,
Yeah, good on you, man.
I can't. I'm done. Like every year they say, "Wow, we're gonna make this many changes, yada yada," and then all my friends are like, "Yo, get this so we can all play it," and then we play it for like a week and a half, and then it's done. Like that's the same thing with Helldivers, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
well, no, honestly,
But that's a different game. I can't even compare
Well,
that.
we're only not playing Helldivers because we're on our 2-week Minecraft thing.
Sure.
but also because, like,
Well, I think this Minecraft will be more than 2 weeks.
I hope so. We've been playing Helldivers a lot. Like, I'm not going to say, like, it's run its cycle.
I have 90 hours on it.
Yeah, I have, like, 96
That's probably
hours,
the
too.
fastest I've racked up hours on a game before.
Not even close for me.
Yeah,
Persona 5, dude. Persona
I
5
like
like
100
that.
hours in Fortnite in like a week.
No, I'm not surprised. You're a loser.
I don't play.
That was the only game I had. I didn't have PlayStation Plus. That's literally the only game I could play.
Yo, if anyone watching this, comment your favorite game down in the comments. We are some pretty big gamers. Aaron less so, but you know we're still gonna respect his opinion.
I stick to my games.
Yeah.
Like I am so excited for NCAA 25, and then
Oh, that's the college football, right?
it's been 10 years, dude. I'm so happy.
Yeah, I've seen
and
some
when
stuff
GTA
like
6 comes out, that is the only thing I'm playing. Like I will be a freshman in college, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't care. That's
To
the only
our loyal viewer, we're just gonna have a conversation with them. We've had a conversation before. So our obviously senior prom, we're like I think we mentioned in this recording, our junior year is coming to an end very, very soon. So we're going to be seniors, and with seniorhood comes prom. If the Elder Scrolls 6 or Persona 6 or some other crazy game comes out on prom, fuck prom. I am staying home and playing that game. I don't care. Like, if the Elder Scrolls 6, whenever that comes out, you're not going to see me for a month, at least.
It's
minimum.
not. It wouldn't come out on prom because prom is not on a Friday.
Well, okay,
It's usually on the last day of school, right?
Well, I don't know. But
do you believe in fate, or do you think we have control over our own destinies?
I think it's a little bit of both.
yeah, I kind of agree there.
I think you can control your destiny by what you do. Like, if you are a drug addict, you're obviously controlling your destiny.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I feel like you do have a fate as well.
I'm of the opinion that it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think...
Because we're never going to know. So either we have free will or we don't. But either way, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So, okay, are we saying that fate is like...
Cesar, can I see your phone real quick? I just need to check the AFC again.
So, I'm opening it for you. Are we just going to say that fate's like... I don't know. In Safari?
Yeah.
I just Delta Mouth's open. Are we just saying that fate's like... Our fate controls every single event in our lives? Or is it just like... Event controls the fact that I'm going to be a cop one day? Or that I'm going to die at a young age? Like the big things. What does fate dictate?
I think the way I interpret it, if fate does exist, there are certain key moments that we are always going to face, but we have some degree of choice in how we get there. If fate isn't real. That's the way I would.
So what you're kind of saying is, you know what could be interesting? If like you kind of have these key events in your life, but you can make choices about how to go about them, like a choose your own adventure kind of game.
Exactly.
That'd be pretty cool. I wouldn't mind if life was like that. Like, I have a few key moments, but there are like infinite ways I can go about them, and you know how I could, whatever.
Yeah, like, let's say, like, I'm always fated to marry a certain person one day, but like
A specific certain person.
yeah, just a person in general.
Maybe.
Holy shit, Aaron Judge hit a home run again.
I
love that
so,
guy
like,
so
maybe,
much,
like,
dude.
you know,
Turn my phone back, please.
Sorry. I had to find what happened, so I looked it up on
in
Twitter.
certain, I guess we'll say timelines, like I could start dating them in high school, but in other versions of events, I could have not done it until college, something like that.
Do you think there are alternate timelines? Aaron, give me my phone.
Sorry, I was looking at your text messages with your mom.
Oh, were you actually?
I honestly,
What were they? Oh, codes.
I mean, there's no way to not prove it. To prove that
Would
they
you
don't
like to
exist.
believe that they do exist?
I think it's a fun concept,
I'm
like
not
string
sure.
theory.
Yeah. I don't know.
You know, actually, have you ever heard of quantum immortality?
No.
Please explain.
So, okay, I have to explain string theory for our viewers who may not know what that is. So, string theory is like, so let's say, like, every time an event happens, another universe is created where another outcome occurs.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, let's say this morning, right, I had the choice between eating Fruit Loops or Cheerios for breakfast. And in this universe, I choose Fruit Loops. Well, another universe would be created where I chose Cheerios.
I believe it.
So, do you think there are literally, like, universes where the only difference, like, it's exactly identical to this one, except that the only difference is, like, there's a backyard, like, grass, a yard over there. There's one less blade of grass. Do you think there's a universe that exists like that?
I'm not saying I believe in string theory, but according to string theory, yeah, there is. So, if we apply those differences to death, then let's say in this universe I live to 100 and then die. Well, another universe would then be created where I live a second longer, another where I live a second longer, until theoretically there is a universe where I'm essentially
You live
immortal.
forever.
Right.
It's interesting.
I think it's a neat concept.
That's quantum immortality?
Yeah, well, that's the one interpretation, and then the other is every time we die, our consciousness gets transferred into a different version of ourselves in another timeline that didn't die.
What do you mean by that?
So,
Guys,
like,
one of my alternates just died.
what are your alternates?
One of my alt accounts. Oh, I'm getting so much knowledge.
I have 70 alternative accounts, you fool!
So much furry porn.
Guys,
Release my nudes on Twitter.com.
guys, I know who the pedophile is.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Let's move on real
you
quick.
got 3 guesses.
Also, I need to bring this up. I don't know if you know this, but my driver's ed teacher may or may not be a pedophile.
Oh, yeah.
We were just having like a hella deep conversation.
Yeah,
we could talk about pedophiles in 1 second.
we'll put a pin in that one.
It's just
You don't want to know?
You've told us this already.
Did
not
I?
the viewers.
You told me this.
Did I tell you?
Yeah.
When?
Yesterday.
Oh. All right.
Because you were talking about how
on Minecraft.
how high school teachers.
Right.
That,
We don't
I
need to go
don't
to
think we need to tell that story.
I don't think we need to
Not
tell
on
that story.
here.
All right. One more.
Please. Oh, actually, hook me up too. I just need a gram and a mallow. Please. Yeah.
But yeah, so like, let's say like, in this universe, you're driving, you get hit by a car, you die instantly. Well, your consciousness, in theory, would get transferred into another universe where you're gonna get hit and all, or you got hit and survive. But
I would want to
Can
get
you give me
hit by
another
a car
gram?
and survive.
Can you give me the good broke?
But I
Something wrong
don't. I
with
don't really like that theory, probably because I don't really understand it.
Yeah.
The first one is, I think, a lot more.
So does like my
It makes more sense.
What? They just got my knowledge?
I don't really know how that would work because like, wouldn't the alternate already have a consciousness? So then you're just replaced. That one,
Unless
I don't like
gain-
that theory.
They gain it. They gain more of a consciousness.
Or-
I've never liked that theory.
Okay.
Or is it kind of like the Avatar cycle?
No,
Like, where it's like.
because that's not reincarnation. Do
Yeah,
you-
but no,
Well,
but
well,
like-
that's the question. Do you believe in reincarnation?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Nah.
But I do believe in
Yeah, that's.
I do believe in heaven and hell.
I don't know if I believe in that either.
Really?
I
You're an atheist?
Not really.
You're an
not sure.
atheist?
I'm
Calvin?
not sure.
No, I'm not an atheist. I'm agnostic.
I don't know what that means.
That means I'm not really. I'm not declared. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Like, I don't believe in a god, but I don't.
You don't
like-
believe in one.
I'm not an atheist. I don't say there's definitely not a god. But well, even if we're going by Christianity, like their heaven and hell is not like a fiery wasteland.
Yeah,
where
hell's
everyone
not,
gets
no,
tortured.
hell's not about
That's not how it's described in the Bible. In the Bible, hell is just described as not being with God.
Mm-hmm. For all we know, that could be great.
Oh.
Yeah, for all we know, hell is just being with all the other people who didn't really follow Christianity.
Okay, so you will you'll be with Hitler and I'll be with Gandhi.
Okay,
Gandhi wouldn't be in heaven because he wasn't a Christian.
I know.
that's a good point. Do you think you go to the
I'll be with Jesus. You could be with Hitler. Go ahead.
Do you think we would go to the afterlife of our religion?
What?
Like,
Well, you
like,
would- well, it depends. Like,
There's
if your
one
religion,
afterlife,
right?
just like there's one God.
well, that's the thing. Like, what, like, is your religion correct based on your? Like, I feel like your religion's only correct because you interpret it that way. Like, maybe Judaism and Christianity are both correct. It's just that the rules of Christianity apply to me because I interpret myself as Christian, and the rules of Judaism only apply to you because you are Jewish. You know?
Okay.
So maybe like the karma dharma cycle does exist for those who believe in it.
Maybe.
So it kind of like your belief gives it power. Kind of
That's
shit.
interesting. I don't know. I think my personal view is if there is a god or multiple gods or any form of higher power, I don't think that anyone today knows what it is. I don't think that any of the religions would be right about it. I think that if one did exist, we don't know about it anymore. Maybe some early humans knew about it, but maybe they probably, like, they all died and, like,
They
they
didn't know
fell in
how
hard
to-
times, and that
They
religion
didn't keep
died with
records.
them. Exactly. Or if there
That's
is
a
a
signal
God,
that you are about to die.
God's
God-
coming.
I think God is about to smite me, guys. If a higher power is omnipotent and all-knowing, and we assume that life...
Is that a rape whistle?
No,
Oh
Aaron,
my
that's
God, Aaron,
such a
that is
terrible
so
thing to say.
stupid.
That's such a bad thing to say.
That is...
So,
You know,
no, please.
I have a great joke about that.
No, you don't. No, you
I'm
don't.
not gonna tell
No,
it.
you don't.
But, where was I? Oh yeah, if a higher power is omnipotent and all-knowing, and we assume that other intelligent life in the universe exists, then why would they be paying attention to us at all? What makes us special?
Well, also, okay, not if life in the like other than us in the universe exists.
I
It
think
does.
it does, yeah.
100% does. It's not even a question. There's no way that out of our infinitely expanding universe, we're the lucky ones. You know. I mean, I've had this conversation 1,000 times that Superman can exist somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Like there's just
Well, this
infinite
was playing to
possibilities.
string theory, right?
Yeah, there you go, string theory. So I think it's like definitely possible.
Oh god, this again.
No, you're gonna smoke us out, Aaron.
I'm gonna preemptively back up.
Yeah, I know. Well, this all kind of originated from: do we believe in fate? Do we believe in destiny? I am a firm believer that we can control our own destiny. I don't know if I believe in fate.
Jesus.
I think we have free will.
Yeah.
I don't.
I agree. We have free will. Because God says, the Bible says so.
No. This is a very deep episode 2.5.
That's it.
I think we should, cut the
I
cord.
like where we've gone with this episode.
Okay. I feel like we have a little more conversation in us. Unless you want to.
Viewers, tell us your thoughts. Do you like the deeper conversations? Or do you Or do you like the more less deep, silly, more
I mean, we've had some silliness in this episode. Don't get me wrong.
yeah, we've had some unserious moments and we've had a lot of serious moments, but let us know in the comments what you prefer. Do you prefer a more serious episode, a more silly episode, or both?
Mm-hmm.
We could do both. We could have one silly, one non-silly. You know, switch it up a little. I for one am a pro switching it up, keep you on your toes.
I myself am a big fan of these deep conversations.
Deep conversations are where the boys are the boys.
Yeah, I like that.
The shower thoughts.
I also like just because they make the conversation just flow so naturally, and you kind of lose track of time.
Is that what time?
Yeah, fate, destiny. I think it's a fun concept, but I don't know if I truly believe in it. That's what I think my main take.
I think free will is.
Yeah,
true.
I think we have free will. I don't really believe in a higher power.
You don't believe in a higher power. You don't believe in God.
I don't think so.
Really?
I mean,
What would your parents say about that?
well,
I'm kidding.
I feel kind of guilty sometimes because
Really?
yeah,
Talk about
because
that. Talk about that.
because in my day-to-day life, I don't think about God. I don't pray. I don't do anything like that. And
Well, I think most people don't pray.
well, I mean,
During
yeah,
the
but I'm just saying.
Some
like,
people go to church, stuff like that, but I don't think most people like.
yeah,
Like for example, in Mecca, right? Don't they pray like 5 times a day?
well, yeah, no one's doing that.
Well, devout Muslims do. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Right.
what I'm trying to say is like I don't pray. I don't think about God. I don't like I say like I swear to God on things that I should not be swearing to God for.
Yeah, I do the same.
You know.
Yeah, I use God's name in vain a lot.
Yeah, right. Shit like that. And you know, we all commit sin to some degree. Obviously,
Wait,
some
that's the
less than
part of
others.
being human.
Yeah.
If we didn't commit sin, then we'd be a prophet. And even prophets commit sins.
There you go. But like,
The point of the religion is that no human is without sin, though.
Yeah. That's why
Well,
they have
that's-
holidays and you
No,
open
I'm
up
not-
your sins and you.
well, okay, that's not really a holiday. That's a sacrament.
No, in Judaism they have a holiday.
Well, I know that.
Well, if you were
I'm not really I'm not debating the purpose of the religion. I'm just saying that I don't follow its practices devoutly
But-
as one would.
That's what I think. That's what I think the religion morphs as time goes on.
Well, that's actually another thing I wanted to touch upon. But just say like God does exist. I won't lie, like in times of like hard times in my life, like when my grandpa passed away, I prayed.
Yeah, so did I.
When my second grandfather passed away, I prayed.
So did I.
And just like if there was like a hard time in my family or something, or I don't know, just some dumb shit like that, I prayed. And I feel guilty if he does exist.
For using, right?
Yeah.
I agree.
But it's not like, I don't know, I don't want to, it's not like I want to use God.
But isn't that the point? When you need God, God will be there for you? Isn't that the point?
I don't know. Because I feel like we pray for the things that we want, and God doesn't have the ability to give us the things that we want, but he has the ability to give us opportunities to seize what we need. So, like, if I'm like, oh God, please give me a brand new awesome car, he's not going to give me a car, but he's going to give me some opportunity to get a car, maybe a job, maybe it's a new person I meet that has connections, maybe, maybe hell, if I'm my age right now and in the future I want to live in a mansion on some really great island in the Pacific, maybe I meet someone tomorrow, and by sticking with him, like, that's my opportunity. Stick with that guy, and that will come true,
Yeah, I've never understood, like, praying.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I feel like it's contradictory. Because, like, these people will say that, oh, God has a plan for all of us. So, wouldn't he be... you heard the stream? I don't know if you could hear that. But, like, if God has a plan, then what's the point of asking him to do things for you? Because asking him to do something for you is not going to make him change his plan. If he has a plan.
Well, what if they don't? What if he doesn't have a plan?
Yeah, well,
that's the free will
I'm not making a claim about whether he does or doesn't. I'm saying that Christians will say, oh, God has a plan for us, and then go around and ask God to do things for us.
Yeah, but then, like, if thinking about that even deeper, like, maybe he only has, like, a major plan. Kind of like what we were talking about before, how you have major plot points of destiny, and, like, the stuff in between, kind of you figure out for yourself.
I think that's how it goes.
But then, at that point, God can't be omnipotent, God can't have a master plan, because if we have the ability to control what we want, like if we're praying for the small things, that means he can't control those small things, right? Like, that's not part of his master plan.
He can. No, but God, according to the theology, God gave us free will, right?
But that means that he's not omnipotent, If we have the ability to make things that he...
Well, no, being omnipotent doesn't mean controlling everything all the time. It means just having the ability to do that.
I think he has the ability, but he doesn't.
He could, but he doesn't. He restrains himself.
Never thought about it that way. Then why? Just so we could live?
No, because he gave us free will, and he wants us to learn. And
you think he would ever?
You
think God would ever regret that decision?
He might, but something he can do now.
What makes us special to God?
We're his creation.
Yeah, but so is everything else. So what about humans makes us special?
We're the chosen ones.
Doesn't the Bible say God made us in his image?
I've never read the Bible.
I have.
He does.
I've kind of read the Bible, not really.
Everybody is made in God's image, therefore we are God's children.
So that brings me to another thing. The reason I don't follow, like, an organized religion is because if you ask any actually religious person, like a priest, a bishop, even the Pope, if you ask them, does God punish non-believers? They all say no. They all say all you have to do is be a good person and be kind to your fellow humans, and
shit like
that will work. Yeah. I mean, that's when my dad went to a Catholic high school, and that's what one of the teachers there told him, and he's also agnostic.
I think something really interesting is, like, I forgot. I actually, hold on. Oh, so you were talking about like popes and priests and stuff like that. How can we trust that they speak in the name of the Lord or God or whatever, whoever they create? Because if you think about it,
speak from the Bible.
well, here's the thing: the Roman Catholic Church, the Catholic Church, Christianity has been around for how long?
2024 years. Well, actually, no. Well, less
That
than that.
cannot be. Yeah, no, more than that.
No. Christianity
Well, I guess you're right.
only exists because of Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, Catholicism.
Yeah.
Well, Catholicism. So
It's a
it's yes. So Catholicism wasn't really a distinguished thing because all Christianity you could say was Catholicism up until the Protestant Reformation. Because Catholicism just means that you follow the Catholic Church in Rome. But up until the Protestant Reformation, that was the church. That was pretty much the only church.
Well,
I think Ethiopia had its own church at that point. But besides, like, maybe small offshoots, the vast majority of Christians subscribes to the Vatican, to the popes of the church in Rome. It wasn't until the Protestant Reformation when those other large sects began forming.
But then, so here's my thing, right? Middle Ages, people were divided. Well, obviously, religion was a huge part of the Middle Ages, but also, what were they called? What were they like little tiny
Feudalism?
Yeah, feudalism, feudal systems, feudal societies. Huh?
Fiefdom?
Fiefdoms?
Yeah.
Where people were literally separated, like isolated on little plots of land, essentially. Who's to say that just some random priest was like, you know what? My wife fucked my neighbor. I'm gonna put, because there was no copy of the Bible. They scribed. If someone wanted a Bible, they had to write the whole thing themselves. So who's to say?
Well, and also most people didn't actually really know what the Bible said at that point because most were illiterate, and even if they could read, most Bibles were written in Latin.
Yeah.
Most mass was performed in Latin, so the general public probably wouldn't even be able to understand most of what was being said.
So exactly, like even then, maybe just some priest was like, "Thou shalt not do whatever with thy neighbor," or whatever the fuck it is. Like, who's to say that was originally in the Bible? It's so easy for for just a random guy to just add that into just a single, like a butterfly effect. Some guy just adds a single extra sentence into the Bible that changes the entire course of the religion. So who's to say that the religion that I follow, just the religion that you guys follow, is how it's supposed to be?
Well, we know for a fact that it's not. We know that the Bible has been changed multiple times throughout history. Because, yeah, you're right. Like, there are transcription errors, there are deliberate changes.
Yeah.
There are translation errors. The original Bible was written in probably Aramaic and or Greek. So that had to be and not the Greek that we have today. Aramaic is a dead language now. So it's been translated through thousands of years of language changes of different languages. So the Bible we read today is very different from what we... and there was really no original copy of the Bible. It was written over a long period of time.
So then who's to say... Sorry for cutting you off. But who's to say that... for all that we know, every person on this earth right now that considers himself Catholic could be following a fake religion.
It could be.
It probably are. It's very different, most likely, from what the original Catholicism or Christianity was.
So
the original Christians didn't even consider themselves a separate religion from Judaism. That came a few centuries after Jesus' death.
So then, that's what I was kind of saying before, how, I kind of feel guilty. Maybe I'm following something fake. Maybe, everything I know about God and stuff isn't true. And even so, maybe, the only way to really follow him is to pray to him, to converse with him, shit like that. And I don't do that anyway. And I'm only going to him when I need that kind of comfort. And that makes me feel guilt.
Well, I think that if you believe in it, then it's real to you. That's all that matters.
Look, if it gives you comfort, I have no problem with that.
Well, I have no problem with any religion, but I
don't have a problem.
Interesting.
I have an issue if you use religion to justify
the Crusades,
wrong actions. Yeah, the Crusades.
Like the Israel war right now.
What?
Like Israel war?
Yeah.
Let's not get into the Israel Palestine.
Wasn't? I mean, sorry to bring it up.
It is religious.
Isn't 9/11 didn't have that some religious aspect to it? The Taliban or not the Taliban? Al Qaeda have some kind of a.
Yeah, in a way, it was religious.
You know, this is a huge.
It was
Osama bin Laden was just.
It was more political than religious.
Yeah, I know that much.
Well, what are you trying to get back at the U.S. because they entered Afghanistan or something?
They just didn't like the US.
Yeah,
because they symbolized freedom that they didn't want.
Well, and also, so during the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan, the United States was supporting the Mujahideen. I don't know how to say it, but the Afghanistan people fighting against the Russians, of which Osama bin Laden was a part of. But then the U.S. pulled out and just abandoned them there, so that sowed resentment and
Yeah.
Rest is history.
Yeah.
Literally. If we have any new viewers who can't tell, he's a nerd.
Yep.
Or history, both. Either way, they would get it.
History, but both.
Huge
History is my strong suit.
huge left turn. You know Osama bin Laden was a gamer?
I did know that actually. Yeah, when they raided his compound, they stole a bunch of his hard drive. He had some. Yeah,
I think he had Tetris on there.
Probably. Didn't he have CS:GO on there or something?
Imagine.
I think he had
Is CS:GO based on?
Yeah, I think he had one of those shooter games about America going into the Middle East and fighting the Taliban.
There's no way CS:GO was around in 2001.
Well, he died in 2011.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Idiot.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
It's a real shame that it took Bush that long, and he even find them. Obama.
Yeah, Obama found him.
Obama's administration.
Imagine I'd love to imagine fucking Bin Laden's playing Mario, and then it's just some random Al Qaeda guys "Dude, the people are fighting us." That was not.
That's racist.
Yeah, that was very racist. But the Americans are here. And it's let me finish my level. Let me beat Bowser.
I can't pause an online game.
I need to win this card match, guys.
Guys, I'm
cranking 90s.
Oh my god, I was just gonna say that.
What's that?
I was just gonna say that.
So what?
I'm at the towers right now.
All right.
I'm dropping tilted.
You would have loved Fortnite.
You think Osama bin Laden's still alive?
No, they got him.
No, they definitely got him.
My mom is.
There's evidence. There's evidence that they got him.
Is it fake? I mean, I think conspiracy theories could be a fun thing to talk about. A little off track, but
trust me, if we just said that we killed Osama bin Laden and we didn't kill Osama bin Laden, Al Qaeda would have immediately released a video of Osama bin Laden saying I'm still alive. Immediately.
And Obama
They would have took that as a huge propaganda win.
And Obama would have been the most disapproved president of all time.
Yeah.
well, so
But you also have to look at it like this. Obama, I'm not saying that this is the reason why they killed Osama bin Laden, but them killing Osama, it was a major reason why he is a two-term president. But that alone.
Yeah.
Honestly, probably.
The amount of Americans that were waiting for Bush to kill him, and he never did, everybody was.
That's just, imagine living in that time. That's fucking... I mean, we did.
We did.
Bush?
We were only 4 when
not even.
I'm talking, if
you two were 3 when bin Laden was killed. I was 4.
If Bush killed Osama bin Laden a year or 2 after 9/11 happened, he would have been the most approved president of all time.
Well, he had an insanely high approval rating.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it was a quick turnaround and them killing him, oh my god, with the amount of approval.
How do we even?
Because he would have never made the Patriot Act and stuff like that.
I watched a movie about it.
Yeah, I watched stuff.
I watched a few movies about it. They
0 Dark 30.
They kept
I think
they kept trying.
Wasn't it just some crazy decoding thing?
I think so.
You ever see the movie with Benedict Cumberbatch?
The Enigma.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. It's on my list.
It's actually
the Imitation.
Really
no, that's not.
I'm pretty sure this one is.
It is the Imitation Game.
It's really good. I'd watch it soon. It's nice.
It's been on my list for a while.
Yeah, this is just interesting.
Conspiracies. Do you think Michael Jackson's still alive?
Nah.
I think so.
I don't think he is, but I wouldn't at all be surprised if it came out that he faked his death and just went on to live in private.
He died from overdose, right?
Alleged.
I mean, I just don't see how you go from the top of the world, essentially.
Well, he has severe mental problems.
Sure.
No, like that could be a reason. Like,
Well, yeah, but I just don't. I don't see how you go from literally the top of the world to all right. Let me fake my own death like that. Especially when you're someone as
some people
involved.
just get sick and tired of all the attention.
I agree,
the
but just no. But when you get okay, I mean obviously it was different then. But when you get so popular as Michael Jackson, and when you're in the industry like the music industry, where like you're always making music. Like even artists who are quite old now still make music because it's something that you can always do.
Some people don't like to run from the limelight.
Like how? That's true.
Some want
like,
to.
I don't know. But also, I mean, I guess you could also say he's been around it for so long since like Jackson 5 and stuff.
Yeah, he's been around.
He's been a huge light turn.
He was making music back in the 60s with the Jackson 5.
But that's also why.
Look up Dave.
Dave.
Look him up.
Like
people.
DAVE.
Yeah, like there's a conspiracy theory that Dave is actually just Michael Jackson. Like they had really bad. Like he burnt his face, and that's what he is right now.
Very interesting. He kind of looks like him a bit.
That's what I'm saying.
Why is his name Dave?
Like it's that stupid. Like it could be. There's no way that's his real name. That's what I'm trying to say.
Huh.
Oh, that is unsettling.
That is unsettling.
Doesn't it kind of look like him? Like the face shape?
I do kind of see it.
Like the nose?
I do. Yeah, Michael Jackson.
Also,
I'm looking at this.
Like a father to me.
Also, do you know that...
Well, there's a picture of him
yeah,
and MJ.
I
There's literally a picture of him and MJ. I don't think it's him. I think we just debunked the theory.
I don't know.
Mission accomplished.
I don't know. Also, there is a video. I don't know if it's fake or not, but there's a video of MJ's ambulance stopping and someone getting out of the back of it.
I don't
really?
think that's real.
That's insane.
If that's real, like, I don't know. I don't know if that's real, though.
So, imagine that shit. That kind of, like, freaks me out.
It does.
That freaks me out more than the God shit we were talking about.
It does.
What? That Michael Jackson's still alive?
No, not that. Just the fact that
anybody
just lies. Yeah, just like the lies.
Like, you don't know it's true. Especially the media.
You ever hear of, we were talking about this in leadership one time. Something Grove.
The thing in California where all like the elites meet and like Bohemian Grove.
Yeah, that's right. Bohemian Grove. For those who don't know, Grove is literally. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Fuck. Shit. All right. We'll have to do this tomorrow.
Set our reminder for me. So
Yeah. So
Lights out, chat.
All right. That's a real fireside chat. Bohemian Grove.
That's our cue. We gotta wrap it up.
Is we can wrap it up after this. It's just an area it's in the deep, I don't know if it's in the redwoods, it's just in the woods of California where once a year, I'm pretty sure it's only men, I could be wrong.
I think it is.
But yeah, it's like a lot of the world's elite, like hot, very powerful men, billionaires, trillionaires, political figures, people with real power, celebrities as well. They go here and they essentially just do like a summer camp for like 2 weeks in the middle of July. No one knows what they do, what they talk about, what goes on there. No one really knows. Like, they know where it is, but they don't know where it is. They don't know. They don't have like cameras, no audio. No one talks about it.
Well, didn't Alex Jones sneak a camera in there and recorded some stuff?
I have no clue.
I'm like 99% sure he did. I think I've seen some clips or like screenshots of it.
And we're back.
Yep, Aaron's phone ran out of storage.
Yeah, we ran out of storage. Can you throw another? I mean, is our point throwing another log?
No,
I don't think so.
All right. Well, you're not really gonna be able to see us. Too bad. You're listening to us
you can
anyway.
see our silhouettes. It's fine.
Yeah.
It is a podcast. You don't really need to watch the video.
So anyway, we're gonna
see my fugly face. Anyway.
we are gonna end up wrapping up soon anyway. But we wanted to finish what we're talking about with Bohemian Grove before the footage cut out.
Yeah. So I think I was talking about how like Alex Jones stuck in with a camera, took like video and audio. I don't remember exactly what he saw. It looks like a weird, like, cult kind of thing. They're all, like, surrounding, like, an owl statue.
Yeah,
Whether it's real or not, I have no idea.
It's that is something that's just, I don't know, it's weird to me.
Like, why does nobody talk about that?
They can't.
No, I'm talking about like other people like question about it. I feel
Like the actual people that go there?
No, like people that don't go there question about it.
Well, I
think there's just a general understanding that the elites are going to do what the elites are going to do.
And control the world.
Yeah, they have more power than us. And like,
Also,
whether they meet at Bohemian Grove or they meet in like the top of a skyscraper in New York City, like they're gonna meet either way, and we're still not gonna know anything about it.
I also feel like Bohemian Grove isn't that well known.
It's not that well known.
I've only heard of it this year.
I only know about it because I like to watch like those videos about like missing persons cases and like weird happenings in the world. So like I've known about this for probably a few years now.
No, I've only known this for a few months.
But yeah, so we were saying this is like after the footage cut out, but when we didn't realize. So it was founded way back in like the 1870s, and originally, like Bohemian just means like
it's like a paradise,
like,
right?
No, it's like well, there is an actual Bohemia in Europe, but a Bohemian is like an artist who like.
Oh, then Rhapsody's paradise.
Bohemian Rhapsody,
yeah,
like the song.
Yeah,
it's just
I was halfway there.
It's about an artist. I guess they just like feel like they don't want to be bound by the rules of society, things like that. So it was founded by a guy. It was basically just like a place for artists to hang out. That's what he wanted it to be. And originally, that's what it was.
A bohemian is a socially unconventional person, especially one who's involved in the arts.
Yeah. So
it's like a eccentric artist, essentially.
Yeah. So the guy who founded it, he just wanted it to be like a cool, fun summer club kind of thing for like like-minded people to go to.
Yeah.
And that's what it was for a while until I believe like the 20s or 30s, like the elites started using it or supposedly for their shady dealings.
So interesting. Isn't it weird that like our world could be run by a summer camp? Is that kind of weird?
Would you be surprised with all the crazy shit that goes down?
And that I feel like that's also kind of something we were talking about before. I feel like that's a reason why I wouldn't want to live in this world for too long. Like if back to the immortality thing, like I feel like our world is so corrupt and we don't even know it that I wouldn't want to live that long to see what would happen just out of fear. You know? I mean, we live blissfully ignorant, and frankly, I just choose to ignore it because I'm not going to say it exists. I'm not going to say it doesn't. I myself don't even know. I don't have an opinion, but I feel like it's nice to just think that the world is a nice, pretty place. But I feel like
you're just lying to yourself.
Oh, so what?
But I'm not afraid of it. I'm just gonna take it as it comes.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, what is there to be afraid of? I mean, plenty, but also, like, what exactly?
The only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
Well, no, because... like, what are these elite going to do that they wouldn't have done already? If they wanted to kill a bunch of people, why wouldn't they have already? They obviously have all the power, you know?
Yeah, like...
Whatever the fuck their plans is, not other than just killing people, take over the world, but...
I think their main goal is to stay in power and gain as much power as they can.
Yeah, probably. That's also kind of the thing, like, with Epstein's Island, like, unironically. It was, like, obviously a very shady place, but it was also kind of a place for the elite to go and conduct business.
Yeah.
Well, business
and sex trafficking, but you know what?
Like, I don't think most elites... I don't think that they're truly evil people. I think that they just are more interested in the pursuit of power than
it's just kind of human
being
nature.
Good to people.
Yeah,
it is
kind of human nature. I also feel like just fuck. What the hell?
Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
It's bad.
I like that. Yeah, I just feel like they start out as maybe they're just like good, genuine people that just want to make money, want to make a living, whatever. But then they eventually get to the point where, okay, you've gotten too powerful. Now you either have to join the elite or you have to suffer consequences, whatever they may be. I feel like that's probably what ends up happening in a lot of cases.
Yeah, like there are some people in history who like we consider bad. Like take like Vladimir Lenin for example. I don't like Lenin at all. But
preface that.
I don't like communism. I don't like the Soviet Union. But I don't think Lenin had malicious intent
I think
when
he just
he
wanted
formed the USSR.
He wanted to reform Russia and make Russia powerful.
I think initially
Bring it to glory.
the communists, the Bolsheviks, they had good intentions. But once they actually got any control of a country,
Like Stalin took over.
yeah. Well, Stalin. No, I think Stalin was evil.
Well,
Stalin
yeah.
is one of those people who I just think was pure evil.
Yeah,
But Lenin, I don't think Lenin was evil. I think he was just.
Who did Lenin want to give the country to? What was his name?
Not Stalin.
Leon Trotsky, right?
No. I believe Trotsky might have already been in exile by that. I'm not sure. I don't know too much about it, but
I'm pretty sure.
I know
Lenin.
Lenin.
Said it was.
I know Stalin was literally the last person that Lenin wanted to take power.
I'll look this up.
Yeah, and like, or even like Napoleon. Like, I don't really have an issue with Napoleon. I know a lot of people are like, oh, he's the first Antichrist. I don't think.
What? People actually say that?
People say Napoleon is the first and that Hitler is the second. The first Antichrist.
What was so bad about Napoleon?
He took over all of Europe.
I mean, okay, yeah, but like, what about him so evil?
Exactly. I don't get that. I don't.
Like, okay,
obviously,
if you want to talk about Hitler, I don't feel like Hitler.
No.
I mean, like, yeah, he killed a lot of people, but I mean, first of all, Stalin killed more. Plenty of other people killed more. Not
Yeah,
counting.
but it's the way that they
No,
did.
Hitler, I believe, is third.
Hitler's third, but
I think Stalin's second, Mao Zedong.
Mao Zedong. I said Yao Ming.
Yao Ming.
That's racist. Okay, so actually, it says.
Not sure what that was. If you guys could hear that.
Shit,
It says-
I'm getting creeped. The government's spying.
He intended Trotsky to be his successor as head of government.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And then I guess Stalin was the one who exiled Trotsky.
Yeah, Lenin, like, I did research on him for AP World. I did research on him for AP World. Because it was like that most influential person in history bracket.
Who'd you say for? I said John Locke.
Well, I said Lenin. I don't remember who. I think it was probably Hitler.
I said Napoleon, I think.
But I was arguing Lenin because, he kind of started the Soviet Union.
Someone's dragging something around.
But yeah,
behind the fence.
Lenin didn't want. He didn't want the Soviet Union to become what it was. You know?
I agree.
Like,
I think the only evil Soviet Union leader was Stalin. I think Khrushchev.
When did Stalin die?
1953, I believe.
53? Really?
I think he was young.
He was in his like 70s at that point, I think.
Wow.
I don't think Khrushchev was that bad. I definitely think people after him were better.
I like Gorbachev.
Gorbachev was actually trying to help the people.
I really like Gorbachev.
I feel like what was his name? Nikola Khrushchev? Is that how you pronounce
Nikita
it?
Khrushchev.
Nikola.
I think he tried to make progress to peace, but ultimately his communist beliefs took over.
I don't think it was communist belief. I was just
that bad.
Yeah. I just think it was mostly like he just had to follow in the footsteps. Like, what is he supposed to do? Stalin was such. I'm not gonna like.
Well, he did have his de-Stalinization thing. He did denounce a lot of what Stalin did.
I mean, like, but let's be real. Logic. Wow, Stalin was legendary. Not in a good way, obviously.
Notorious.
Exactly.
Notorious. He made huge impacts. It's not easy to just. He's dead. All right, now I'm the big man in charge. What's good?
Well, I feel like Lenin also.
Well, I feel like Stalin's a much more ambitious man than Khrushchev. No?
Well, Lenin did not have control of the Soviet Union for all that long. Because...
Yeah, I remember he lost it pretty quick.
Well, because the Russian Revolution was 1917. The Soviet Union wasn't really a thing until 1922, you could argue. Lenin dies in 1924, and then Stalin takes power. So Lenin did not have... Lenin caused a famine which killed a few million, I think.
Oh, right, the birds. No, that was.
No, but I don't think.
That wasn't the
I think
United
Lenin. That was more of a failure of communism. Stalin, the Holodomor, that was intentional.
Was that the Ukrainian?
No, it's the Ukrainian family.
Yeah.
What was it? Didn't they preserve Lenin's body?
Yeah, you can still see it. It's in a mausoleum. Yeah.
That's really disturbing.
Yo, the world's weird, bro.
Like, why? Like, if the America did that for George Washington, who would want to see that?
A lot of people want to see that.
Yeah, I'd probably go say like what's good.
Yo, let's get George.
I'd go visit George's body, yeah.
Yo, thanks, George. Thanks for all you've done. So thanks for setting the precedent that
The precedent for being the first president.
that FDR didn't follow.
Well, he ended up following it at the end. That was Congress. Yeah, he died.
I think the take that he was trying to be like a tyrant is a terrible take.
Who? George?
FDR.
Oh,
FDR.
I don't think FDR was a tyrant.
neither do I.
I think he's one of the best presidents we've ever had.
Yeah, I don't think he was a tyrant, but I also feel like
He definitely did have power.
He was
yeah.
probably the best person we could have had to abuse there being no
Yeah.
limits on term.
There you
And
go.
it's good that we have one now.
Well, especially now.
Yeah, I mean, we're not.
Although
we're not gonna
I
get,
don't think our president, the candidates right now.
I don't think they'd survive.
Well, that and I don't think they'd win consecutive over and over.
They would.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah, we're not gonna get into.
We're not getting into that.
Yeah, we're not gonna get into very
Someone will
modern
come
politics,
that will beat
but
them both.
yeah,
We just don't know.
that
why.
I'm waiting for that day. Because right now our
Bernie Sanders.
Bernie.
The day that Bernie
Well,
Sanders wins the
Yo, the
presidency.
fucking
oh my
the
God.
meme of him in the cute little chair with all his little
With his
scarf and
mittens.
mittens and shit.
I used to have a shirt of him
Funniest thing in the
inserted
world.
into a Forrest Gump scene.
Funniest thing in the
Oh, on the
world,
bench, right?
brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I actually remember that. But yeah, just
Perfect.
our
So why-
current political candidates are not ones that I think America should be proud of.
No.
It's gonna be interesting because I want to be a teacher when I'm older. So it's gonna be interesting looking back in the history books for what this era of U.S. history is gonna be like. Because
it's
have we ever had like an era where just I don't want to say like this, but like I don't know. Like have we just had?
the 1890s.
Have we ever had?
What do you mean?
I feel like right now we could make the same. Like I'm not gonna say like political machines that we have, but I feel like something close to that. I feel like the big companies run our country. More like not as much as they did back then, not as much as they did in the Gilded Age, but like I'm saying like Microsoft and Apple, like they do a lot for this country.
They do a lot.
And Walmart and stuff like that.
Walmart, that's funny. But what I'm asking Jonathan is like, have we ever had that you can think of a period where the two major political parties are just so extremely divided to this point? Like where
Civil
tensions
War.
are so
Yeah.
high.
I don't like making
that's anyway now.
comparisons to the Civil War.
But that wasn't really that wasn't really
like.
like a Democrat Republican thing. That was
Well,
just a slave.
No, it was. Because that's what the parties were focused on.
I mean, yeah, but there were. I mean, I guess you can say the same for now. They were flipped, but what I'm saying, like, I mean, the Civil War was more of like the slave thing.
But yeah, that also played into the parties though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong, but
it's so much different because we wouldn't have the same regional divide. It would be more urban versus rural.
what nowadays?
Yeah, because
I feel like that's kind
Democrats are concentrated in urban areas and
Yeah.
Republicans are more rural.
Mm-hmm.
And also, there's no one singular issue that's really dividing us. Like back then, it was slavery. It was pretty much only slavery.
everything now.
I mean, there was kind of the economic thing, but slavery plays a hand in that as well.
Like, is there anything that the two parties agree on right now? Like anything major?
Probably not. That we just need to find new presidents. Because genuinely, I think you're right. I don't think that Trump or Biden will survive 2 terms.
Well, they can't either have 2 terms.
They could.
I mean, like another term.
I think the one that will die first, Joe Biden will die first.
Trump's older.
No, he's not.
Oh wait, no, he's
not,
no, he's
and
whatever, he's
Trump
close,
is
he's close.
younger by a few years,
Yeah.
but he has
Well, no, I think
worse health than Biden.
Yeah, I want to say Biden's 84 and Trump's like 81. Because I've definitely.
What's wrong with Trump's health?
Obese.
Well,
He's in prison.
well, that doesn't have
That's a
anything
good
to do with
start.
his health. But yes,
Hold on, let me take a look.
I mean he's obese, yes, but I feel like Joe Biden will die first.
I feel like
Honestly,
I mean,
I'm surprised that the stress of being president didn't kill them.
oh no, Biden's 81, and then Trump must be like 70.
Trump is like 77. I think.
Yeah. Doesn't say.
That's the thing now. If Joe Biden wins
77,
again
yeah.
and he
So-
dies in office, we are all fucked. If Kamala Harris becomes president, it is so Jover.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's gonna be. I don't know if they've announced their running mates, but
Should we leave this in?
Why not?
Who cares? Who cares?
We're not getting political. We're just talking about them.
I guess so. Well, I mean, whatever.
I won't talk about the running mates right now.
Yeah,
'cause that is kind of political.
I am of the belief that we are not in a great political state as a
I
country
don't
right
think
now.
many people would disagree.
I don't think anyone thinks that.
Yeah. Because
Well,
like,
what was the last true good president that we've had?
In my opinion.
well, okay, so
Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton was a very good president.
what my A-push teacher says that we haven't like the past not 20, but like the past.
What time is it?
It's 11:25.
Okay.
Go for a minute.
But the past handful of presidents, like since like the 60s, I don't know. They've all had some kind of shady dealings going on with them, even before the 60s, right? So we haven't really had a good, honest president in probably a long, very, very, very long time. Like before, some of our
I don't think
grandparents.
we've ever had an honest president.
I don't
No, we've
think
had
it's really
honest
possible.
You had to do something.
That's
Well, yeah, but I mean, like completely, like I'm not saying like perfect people. I'm just saying like, you know, they genuinely just want to help the United States. Like
Oh,
no
I
ulterior
think
motives,
I think
whatever.
every president, that's their goal. But they
Nah.
what president do you think doesn't want to help the United States?
Well, let's.
we're not going there.
Yeah, we're not going to go there.
Well,
but
alright,
I'm sure. Sorry,
Let's take the presidents before George W. Bush.
I don't. That doesn't mean anything to me. I'm not very good at presidents.
No George W. Bush, no Obama, no Trump, no Biden.
Okay.
In this conversation right now.
I like Obama because he's black.
Yeah, I don't really have a problem with Obama.
Yeah.
Too much.
I mean,
Also, we did say we're going to stick to presidents before that.
I know.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just throwing that out there. Teddy, love Teddy.
Yeah. All right.
Teddy was.
I like
Teddy was
Clinton. H.W. Bush.
Look, Clinton was a
fine.
fucking was a cheater.
So?
Yeah,
What do you mean,
What
so?
does that have to do with this presidency?
Maybe his
So?
morality wasn't great with that. But I think he did a solid
He was
job.
the only president that we've had in like recent memory that gave us a surplus in the economy.
That's true. He did run the country well.
We're a very
Ignoring
political
his personal
podcast.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
That's more fun. Yeah, H.W. Bush was fine. Reagan, oh boy, we're getting into Reagan now.
Reaganomics.
It was tough. It's tough.
LBJ.
Living under Reagan, I imagine, was probably pretty good. His economic policy, I don't think works in the long run.
Yeah.
Carter was not a great president.
Carter was terrible.
Yeah.
Ford didn't do much.
I like Carter a lot as a person.
He's a good person.
He's a very good
still
person.
helping out the community, and he's like 96.
Good for him, man.
I don't think he did a good job as president. Ford, I don't like Ford because he pardoned Nixon.
Yeah, but other than that, he didn't really do anything.
Yeah, exactly. Nixon. It's
He was
such a
a-
shame.
no, he was a
Nixon
very
would
good
be remembered as
president,
a great president
Without
if he's
Watergate.
in if he's into Watergate.
Cut out like the what
Like he pulled out of Vietnam. He had the EPA.
was Watergate? It was towards the end of his term.
It was the election of 1972.
Yeah, so towards the end of his
Because
term.
he was trying to get information on all the other.
Exactly. So if you just cut out those last couple months of the term, W president.
Very.
If Nixon was a one-term president, he would be remembered as a great president. And if he didn't run for re-election,
He probably could have won without.
he definitely could have won without Watergate. He did not need to do that.
I just think it's just the
Who was
fear
he
of
going
power. No one good.
Well,
it
who
wasn't
was he going against? I don't
Doesn't
even
matter.
remember.
Doesn't matter.
And who was before Nixon? Was that Eisenhower? No. Johnson.
LBJ, yeah.
He was good.
all right.
No, Johnson would be remembered as probably a top 5 president if it wasn't for the escalation in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was good. He gave civil rights to all that stuff.
I'm not very.
He felt the transition from him to from JFK to him was flawless. And
It had to be.
well, no, I mean like it worked.
Yeah.
Like you don't see these vice presidents stepping in and succeeding. And he won another term. Like who took over for Lincoln again?
Andrew Johnson. Andrew Johnson, in my opinion, was the worst president we've ever had.
Yeah, see, that wasn't a good.
Where would you rank Washington?
Washington for me
Top 10.
is number 4. For me, it goes
FDR.
Lincoln, FDR,
Right,
Teddy
Lincoln,
Roosevelt.
FDR,
You
Washington.
think Lincoln is number 1? Why do you say that?
Because he saved the country.
Yeah, he saved the Union and he freed the slaves.
So I feel like talking to my social studies teacher would be very interesting because we've actually had this like conversations like this a lot, like debates of like presidents and stuff. I think that'd be very interesting for hearing you talk about it. I'd step out of the room because I would not be able to keep up. But
yeah, I'll keep going backwards. So we're at LBJ. Yeah, like I said, he would be a top 5 if it weren't for the escalation in Vietnam. I mean, obviously, I have a personal bias against him because my grandfather was drafted under his administration and sent to Vietnam.
So was mine, yeah. Although my grandma didn't go to Vietnam.
I think one of my grandmas fought in Vietnam. One of them fought in the Korean War.
I had 2 relatives that I know of who fought in Korea, but there wasn't. I don't think.
I know that.
I think there was a draft for that, but it was not.
Did he have family in the Civil War? Like fought against each other?
I've been told that yes, I have family who fought for both the Union and the Confederacy in the Civil War.
That's very interesting.
I don't know how true that is, because I've done research on my family history and I haven't gotten that far yet.
I can't imagine that my family did that. I'm part Puerto Rican, and if I do believe we only moved to the United States in like I don't know. I don't think we lived. I think we might have settled here before the Civil War, but I don't think we settled here long enough to really care to get involved in the Civil War.
Yeah, from the research I've done on my family, the vast majority of my ancestors came here between 1912 and 1922. No one has come after 1922. After 1922, everyone was here.
Every time that.
But the earliest I've tracked my family in the United States is 1858. And I know they were here probably a few years before that because that was a birth. So I have to imagine. I guess that we've been here since at least the 1830s or 1840s, but I don't know for sure.
I have not tracked that far. My dad he's not very keen on the DNA thing. He doesn't like that it's out there. I think it's interesting. I think it's cool. But also, you were in that genealogy class that one time, right?
The special thing on
Yeah.
Yeah,
were you in that?
I was.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
all 3 of us are.
Well, yeah, I thought that was actually a really awesome class.
Yeah.
Like, that was really interesting. And I kind of want to talk to Miss Allegretta. Cut! I want to talk to our English chairperson again. Because I think that's, like, really interesting. And, like, just asking her more about it.
Alright, so what were we up to? We were up to JFK? Right?
Were we?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we were.
JFK.
He was
I like JFK.
bro.
He was on pace.
He's, in my opinion, he's only remembered as fondly because he was killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't really have that much time to do. I really like his handling of the Cuban Missile Crisis.
The Bay of Pigs was
He really botched Bay of Pigs.
Bay of Missiles.
Yeah. But yeah,
The
Cuban Missile Crisis was handled very well, very diplomatic.
I don't know any other president that I would want to handle that. Maybe FDR.
The Rock.
Alright.
JFK had some pretty inspiring speeches. Yeah, for a very short president, he has some great quotes. Like the ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. We choose not to go to the moon because it's easy, but because it's hard. Like, he was a very inspiring leader. Like, and I've talked to my grandparents about this. They all say, like, everyone loves Kennedy. Like, he was just such a great guy. Like,
well, yeah, that's what America needs. They need a good leader, a guy who can lead them and speak for them. And I don't think many current do that.
Yeah.
Well, many of them don't speak well, and they don't speak for the country either. So
It's 33. Should we wrap up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
All
think we will continue our discussion of the presidents at another time.
I think we'll just keep making episodes and we'll keep leaving them on cliffhangers,
Yeah.
and then like we'll just
Never
get
get
Never fulfill the
one episode we just do.
Yeah, we'll just get one episode where we like view all of our past ones and finish all the conversations. Keep them coming back.
In episode 10, we will.
Yeah, in episode 10, we'll finish all our conversations. Anyway, it is getting late. I'm getting tired myself, and I still have to get home. I hope you enjoyed. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. It was definitely a deeper one.
Longer than we planned.
Definitely longer than we planned.
We tried to make this a 30-minute episode, and we don't know how long, but it's definitely going to be over an hour.
We were 100%. We were expecting this episode 2.5 to be a silly Billy episode, and just to do it because we had nothing else to do. But instead, I enjoyed this conversation. It was very deep.
It's a very nice conversation.
It actually gave me. It actually made me think of things. Yeah, it actually made me think of things that I haven't really thought about before, especially like the religious God stuff. But maybe these are topics that we can touch up upon in the next episode.
Thoughts?
Any comments? Telling us what we...
Leave your favorite president in the comments. Tell us who your favorite president is and why. And leave your least favorite president.
I'll tell you mine.
And leave your family ancestry in the comments as well.
I'll tell you mine. My favorite was Lincoln. Don't need an explanation. My least favorite, probably Hoover.
I really don't care.
I don't... Well, we'll get into that another time. I don't blame Hoover for the depression.
I don't blame him for the depression, but I blame him for handling it.
I know we're asking for a lot of stuff in the comments, but one thing that we'd appreciate...
Share it to all your friends.
Nah, not that.
Well, no, not your real life friends.
Yeah, one...
If you know us, no, you don't.
Yeah, one thing that we'd really appreciate is if you guys, our one loyal viewer, if you have any ideas for things you want us to talk about in the next episode, we would be more than happy to talk about
anything.
Yeah, anything.
Yeah,
as long as we won't get banned for it.
That's true. I think we're generally pretty good at just conversing, so maybe hopefully we can make it interesting for you guys.
And we've been on a good upload schedule.
We have.
Yeah.
We've kept the weekly upload schedule.
Well, the weekly, I don't edit them very quickly, but we film them every week.
We film them. We've been doing it the past 3 weekends.
So
it's been good, and we're about
to go into summer break. We can be pumping out.
Tons of content. No,
we'll have so much content.
I would
make sure you keep the notification bell.
Yep.
Respectfully, I would start to hate this if we were forcing ourselves.
Honestly,
we should wrap up.
And it'll be more special if we do it.
Yeah, if we just do it genuinely.
It's more natural.
Like if we forced ourselves to just do like, all right, we gotta grind out content for a fucking YouTube channel with 2 subscribers.
Yeah.
Well, we should be working on college essays.
We almost has as much subscribers as Ty does.
How many does Ty have?
29.
Oh.
And we just started 2 weeks ago.
There we go. All right. Well, anyway, to our one loyal viewer who I know is watching this, and to anyone else who may be watching this, thank you for watching. We have been the Wingmen. We are very tired. Our bones are breaking, and we wish you all
Goodbye
a good
for
night.
now.
Goodbye for now. And good night.
Until next time.
Until next time.